Hello, I'm Brandon Burns, aka Rowdy Roughman from YouTube, and you're about to watch Jammin' Music Man. He's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Isn't that right, Elvira?
What's up, guys? It's me, Jammin' Music Man, and welcome to my special new video. And in today's video, I'm going to be taking part in the horror tag, where I'm going to be answering a series of questions that pertain to one of my favorite movie genres, horror. And, of course, I got my creatures of the night, Gladys and Cheyenne, here with me. Ooh. But what's up, guys? It's me, Jammin' Music Man, and I'm going to be taking part in the horror tag. And I recently saw here on YouTube one of my YouTube friends, Rusty Rocketson. I want to say he's the one who started this whole horror tag series here on YouTube. And I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in the description box, and also I'll put the questions in the description box of this video. And of course, I challenge any of my YouTube subscribers to take part in the horror tag. But let's get this video going. Question number one: what is your favorite scary movie? I would have to say my favorite scary movie, John Carpenter's Halloween, the original. That's the one that started it all for me for liking horror films. Question number two: what is the first horror movie you remember watching? Yet again, John Carpenter's Halloween. I remember being a little kid and just being scared of Michael Myers. And, you know, like I said, that's where the love affair began. Question number three: what type of horror films do you like? I like the slasher genre of horror. You know, and the slasher genre was definitely big back in the 80s, of course, with the Halloween series, Friday the 13th series, and Nightmare on Elm Street series. I mean, there was a ton of slasher horror films during that decade. And of course, you know, in the 90s with the Scream franchise, and I Know What You Did Last Summer, it came back for a little bit. But I would have to say the slasher genre is my favorite type of horror. Let me get to the next question here. Sorry, I'm having to use my phone to see the questions. Question number four: what type of horror films do you not like? I'm not a big fan of the Paranormal Activity films. They're just not scary to me. And then there's, you know, the whole like found footage horror. I mean, there's some found footage horror films that I do like, but then others are just kind of just really bad to me. I really don't like those. Question number five: who is your favorite horror villain? Man, that's a tough one. I mean, I like Michael Myers, you know, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Leprechaun. I mean, there's just a ton of horror villains that I like. But if I had to narrow it down to one, I would have to say Michael Myers, because I like Michael Myers' you know, his backstory of how he was just like this mentally disturbed kid, and he killed his sister, and, you know, then he went to the mental institute and all that. I just really love his story. Question number six: who is the worst villain? I would probably have to say the worst villain in horror. That's a tough one. I don't know. Probably one of the Ghost and Paranormal Activity. I just really don't like those movies. They don't scare me at all. I'm sorry. Question number seven: what is the worst film you have seen? Paranormal Activity. Those films are just not scary to me at all. I'm sorry. Question number eight: name a movie that no one has ever seen but you think they should. Ooh, good one. Oh man, I mean, there's a lot of good horror movies that I can recommend. I would have to say one good horror movie. Let me think about this. I would have to say, I mean, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Cannibal Holocaust. I mean, you know, like back in like the 90s, you know, I had never even heard of this movie, but you know, with YouTube and hearing people talk about Cannibal Holocaust, and then I watched the movie for myself, it's definitely one you gotta check out. It's not one of those films that get talked about in the mainstream horror media, like, you know, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, all those films, but I would have to recommend watching Cannibal Holocaust. It's the godfather of found footage horror, and I would have to recommend that one. Go watch that. Let's see. Question number 9. At what age did you start watching horror movies? Like I said earlier, you know, I remember watching Halloween when I was a little kid. I maybe had to been maybe like 7 years old, but when I really started liking horror, I would probably have to say maybe 12 or 13. Like, I remember going to the video store one Halloween and wanting to rent Halloween, but it was all sold out. So the only other Halloween film they had was Halloween 2, and I remember renting it and loving it, and that's, you know, that's where the whole love affair really began. I would have to say, you know, 12, 13 years old. Question number 10. Have you ever had any nightmares after watching a horror movie? The Exorcist, when I first watched it, it really freaked me out. Question number 11. Do you like horror spoof movies? The first Scary Movie was pretty good, but some of the other ones were just kind of... Question number 12. What is your favorite horror movie series? That's a tough one. I mean, there's a lot of them. Like I said, I already said the Halloween series. I'll have to go with the Friday the 13th series. I really like that. And of course, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street. Question number 13. This is the last one. Name one of the goriest horror films. I would have to say Cannibal Holocaust. There's some like legit, I'm talking about legit animal killing scenes in the movie, but then there's one just like really gory. It's called Slime City. I recommend checking that out. If you like gory horror, go check out Slime City. But guys, those are the questions, just 13 questions. I'll put the questions in the description box below, and I hope you guys will go take part in the hard tag, and of course go subscribe to Rusty Rockerson. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Jammin' Music Man. Thanks for watching. I hope I didn't scare you, and I'll see you guys next time.